Hi Lisa, what is the relationship between knowing and concentration states? I don't know what you mean by concentration states, but I can talk a little bit about knowing and not knowing. So you know there's this famous saying, to think I am, therefore I think. Oh, I can't remember the saying now. Forget that. But when I was younger, before I had awakenings, I thought I knew, after I'd worked out that I thought. So originally I didn't realize I was thinking. So when I was angry at someone, and when I had thoughts about them, like you're a bastard or you're bad, I didn't know that that was thoughts. I thought that was the way it was. I know that sounds really weird, but I thought that's the way, that's what was happening. And I think that's the same for a lot of people. I don't think I'm weird, but I think that we in spirituality or into this subject forget that we believe our thoughts are the way things are. But even now, sometimes, like, I have a feeling maybe, and for a moment there's a feeling towards something, and then a belief that it's true. It's not even a belief. It's not like I'm sitting there and thinking that's true. It just, the feeling colours something. So I used to believe that my thoughts were true, and I didn't even really know I was thinking. Then when I got into the subject, I began to realise that I was having thoughts and feelings, and they were colouring my experience. And then I began to kind of feel that if I wasn't thinking, then I couldn't really experience. So this is before I had awakenings. So I kind of felt like thinking and consciousness were one and the same thing. So to be conscious of something required me also to be thinking about it. So I thought, like, if I wasn't recording in thoughts that there was a flaw, I didn't know. I thought that was kind of not possible. I felt like my thoughts were narrating, and that narration was also making me conscious of something. And I didn't really know it was possible to be alive and to be conscious and not have any thoughts or narrations about situations. So kind of my mind muddled up narrating and consciousness. And maybe a lot of people do that, but I've forgotten now. So I suppose it's like me being conscious of the world. And until I had these shifts, I didn't really realize that there is this consciousness which is looking at everything always, and it doesn't know anything intellectually. It doesn't know that the floor is a floor, or that the ceiling is a ceiling, or the computer is a computer, or the seat is a seat, or this is good, or this is bad, or this is right, or this is wrong. It's experiencing, and it has no sense at all. No knowing, no intellectual knowing. It didn't comprehend things, it just watched things. And you can have these like Samadhi states where you know nothing. So there is just watching, but you have no sense of yourself watching and no sense of the world. But yeah, there's watching happening. But you can't function like that because you're like an absolute bozo. You become, I suppose, in some way like an animal that doesn't have complex thinking. And These are like awakening experiences and samadhis. And it's love. It feels like absolute love. So when that happens, it's like deep relaxation and deep, deep love. And that is there in every experience, but there needs to also be an appearance of a person. Otherwise you can't think to function. You can't think, oh, here is my computer. It's not that thinking is creating functioning, but you need some form of complex thinking in order to function in this society. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to open your computer and do complex things. So knowing is completely mind-based. Your essence, what is here with you all the time, is complete not knowing, but yet it is conscious of everything. So you could say it's knowing as in it's conscious, it's perceiving, but it knows nothing. Which is really beautiful. And as there's a peeling away of you, the illusory you, and all these attachments to ideas, beliefs, things, names, experiences, there is something else that is seen, but it's not by anyone, it just reveals itself. It's no longer hidden. That who you are is this.